OK, we have some breaking news to bring you following today's match. An official complaint to the Premier League that a more experienced referee was not selected to officiate a game of such magnitude.
And I suppose that's the bigger issue here with all of this, in that it creates a credibility crisis. I mean, especially given the entire premise of this system is about increasing accuracy, not aiming for perfection. And what's even made it worse is the inevitable and understandable attempts at transparency since then have actually created more confusion, to the point that feels like the only way to kind of start navigating out of this crisis is basically, I suppose, just release the audio, just to have complete transparency. And given all of this is about clarity of communication, it's a lack of communication. It was that, you know, in the instance, the expectation was they didn't know what they were checking for. The ambiguity of the language was just check complete. Well, why not just have it clear and say it's a goal or it's an offside? It shows how there is scope for completely needless error.
Yeah, let me read this to you. The IFAB rule on the VAR principle says if players stopped and been restarted, the referee may not undertake a review, in inverted commas, except for a case of mistaken identity. That's got to change. It's archaic. You're trying to operate technology with archaic rules that handcuff the process.
And even the issue with that is, I mean, it feels like kind of being beholden to the integrity of rules that are actually sort of needless.
Controversy has once again engulfed Arsenal after a shocking VAR decision denied what looked to be a perfectly legitimate goal from Viktor Gyökeres in their clash against AFC Bournemouth. Fans, pundits, and neutrals alike are left asking the same question. How many times can the same team fall victim to decisions that defy logic? The moment came in a high-stakes phase of the match, with tension already thick in the air. A well-timed forward pass split the Bournemouth defence, and Gyökeres made a perfectly judged run. Replays appeared to show the Swedish striker clearly onside, his body aligned with the last defender at the moment the ball was played. He finished clinically, sending the ball into the net and sparking celebrations among Arsenal players and supporters. But the joy was short-lived. VAR intervened. After what felt like an eternity of line drawing and scrutiny, the goal was ruled out for offside. The decision stunned everyone watching. Even with multiple angles, the margin, if there was one at all, seemed microscopic, raising serious concerns about the application and consistency of VAR technology. This incident is not isolated. Arsenal supporters have grown increasingly frustrated with what they perceive as a pattern of controversial calls going against their team. From marginal offsides to questionable fouls, the sense of injustice is building. Social media erupted within minutes of the decision, with hashtags like #ViaReasonal and #Rob trending as fans vented their anger. Pundits were quick to weigh in as well. Several former players and analysts pointed out that the purpose of VAR is to correct clear and obvious errors. Yet, in this case, many argue the opposite occurred, that a goal was disallowed based on an interpretation so tight it contradicts the spirit of the game. The technology itself isn't necessarily the issue, it's how it's being used. The reliance on ultra-precise line measurements, sometimes down to a fraction of a pixel, has led to decisions that feel more technical than fair. Football is, at its core, a human game. When decisions hinge on margins invisible to the naked eye, the emotional and organic nature of the sport begins to erode. For Arsenal, the implications go beyond frustration. Drop points due to controversial decisions can have massive consequences over the course of a season, affecting title races, European qualification, and overall momentum. Every point matters, and moments like this can define campaigns. Meanwhile, Bournemouth will undoubtedly feel relieved to escape the moment unpunished, but even their supporters might admit the decision was harsh. When even neutral observers question the fairness of a call, it signals a deeper issue within the system. This latest controversy adds fuel to the ongoing debate about VAR's role in football. Should there be a margin of tolerance for offside calls? Should decisions that take several minutes to determine be scrapped altogether? Or is it time for a complete overhaul of how the technology is implemented? For now, Arsenal are left to pick up the pieces once again. The players must refocus, the manager must rally his squad, and the fans must endure yet another chapter in what feels like an ongoing saga of contentious officiating. One thing is certain, the conversation around VAR is far from over. And as long as decisions like this continue to occur, trust in the system will remain fragile. In a sport driven by passion, moments of brilliance should be celebrated, not dissected into oblivion. Yet here we are again, talking not about a great goal, but about lines, angles, and controversy. And for Arsenal, the feeling is all too familiar.